All praise to the Most High. Trust your intuition over mine. Take only what aligns us with anything in life. Can I get a reading, Spirit? Can you read? Let's push out. Let's recycle. Let's throw back this current energy. What's going on here? What's going on in the current energy? What is going on in the current energy? Oh, we have strength and determination, boldness, conquering, taming, confidence, courage, focused, very persuasive. Your influence could be at an all-time high. This could be a Leo. You may be seen in the public eye, but you don't have to. The energy is your energy. It's your energy. You may have just experienced a growth spurt, or there is some internal things. There are some internal things that you're working through. Oh, man. Nice. I think you just bust the bubble of somebody that's in a shadow energy. You just burst their bubble. Maybe this is someone who thought that they were taming you, or maybe they thought that they had you untamed. They had triggered you or pissed you off in some way, and you were saying yes to an influence that was not good for you, or an energy that was not good for you, and that would mean that you were essentially being dominated or ruled by something outside of yourself. But that is not the truth. In fact, this may have been something that you battled with, you know, entities, emotions, spirits, things of this sort. So you could have given over a lot of yourself emotionally and allowed a certain emotion to rule you dominantly, but that doesn't seem like the case. In fact, this seems like something that you've replaced with a lot of growth, a lot of wisdom, a lot of experience, courage, and confidence. Okay, and it's something about it that's not easily tamed, and this may have to do with like wrath, people who are angry with you or wage war against you, knowing that there is some kind of conflicting energy, or even chaos if you're a fire sign, for sure, because you carry chaotic energy. But this could have been something that you would like back down from, you know, you would run from. Even it's like running from yourself essentially. But I feel like yeah, especially like if you're temperamental, or you tend to have a very strong temper, you could tend to back down or run away when that temper is reflected back to you. But I don't feel like that's what you're doing, and I feel like you're busting someone's bubble. So whatever that was that triggered you, it was an obstacle. It created an obstacle for you. Maybe an obstacle for you showing up as your truth. The strength card also reads like, because it's a Leo energy, but it's the sun. It's how you're seen. It's being in the limelights, or not being afraid of being seen. Maybe not being afraid of your wild beast being seen, your spiritually tamed beast being seen. Some of you are, you either, you know, you could play the villain or you could play the hero, the heroine, but you may tend to want to hide that or not want that to be seen. I feel like you don't care. You don't care. Like, people can color you or call you whatever the fuck they want to. Depends on how, you know, whatever they're getting from you, what their experience is with you. You may not combat that. In fact, it does not have a lot of hold over you and what you do at all, what they think of you. So this is bigger than that. This is like getting outside of caring what other people think. You're coming more into this energy of accepting who you are, accepting that that could be seen as something good in people's eyes or bad in people's eyes, but honestly, you don't care. People's faces and people's words lie all the time. Energy is usually the most authentic thing that you can read. So I'm getting that you are someone who is intuitive and you are able to read energy. And you're just letting people's energy speak for themselves. Their energy will speak for themselves, whether they want peace, whether they're, you know, want ease, their actions. Okay, it's speaking for itself. What are they here for? Love, war, who, Good God, y'all. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Okay, but somebody has not learned this. This could be a reckless Leo, Cancer, or Sagittarius. Reckless, superficial, experiencing delays, cocky, restless, with a lack of self-discipline, and passive aggressive because they're frustrated. Why are they frustrated? That came out fast. The Two of Swords, having to detach from their emotions. They're experiencing indecision and hesitancy. They're anxious or experiencing anxiety. Okay, so this has to do with something that they're realizing. There's some kind of decision or choice that's been made with the Two of Swords in reverse. Someone is no longer contemplating or going back and forth. This may have to do with you. This could be like you have cast down judgment and you have accepted who you are, who you choose to be, how you choose to be. It's like you know yourself. And you may know yourself with such resounding clarity with the sun, like you literally are the sun. So if the light is blinding. Today, when I'm recording this reading, it's cloudy outside. Those are actually the times when, if you're in your light energy, you shine like a fucking chandelier, where people cannot ignore you. Like they see you when they don't want to see you. So somebody could be trying to run from what they're seeing, or someone is like, they don't want to see you. They don't want to know that you exist. And whoever this person is, I don't know, but it seems like for some reason they keep running into it. They're forced to have to see you, but it's causing them mental turmoil. They feel like they're getting too much information. This could be someone that wanted information about you, but now that they're starting to hear the truth, see the truth is more than they wanted. It's like they're getting more than they bargained for, more than they asked for. This is probably somebody who says you do too much or you are too much, okay? When you just doing your thing, especially if you're a Leo, like this is just your truth. But if not, then maybe it's an ego that suits you. It could be your North Node. A lot of people think your North Node is phony, but the whole time, whoever they've been kicking it with, in the South Node, which is, if you look up your chart, your birth chart, and the South Node energy is actually when we're the furthest away from our actual core truth. We're not really in tune with who we came here to be yet. That's a journey. That's a spiritual journey. It's the path to enlightenment, okay? Discernment, right? Sovereignty. So a lot of people don't know you for real. They don't know you. They never know you. You ain't even know you, this version of you. You ain't even know this. So, of course, they didn't know. But so when you start walking in your North Node, when you start walking in your authenticity and your truth, they be like, oh my God, who are you? You've been replaced with somebody, or they think you have DID or, multiple personalities. You may have thought that yourself. They all exist. They're all real. But I feel like you are getting to the point where you no longer care. Sorry, I got lipstick in here that looks gross. But yeah, you're getting to the point where you just don't care. You're using all of this to your advantage. Your awareness, that's all it is. Everybody has a multifaceted personality. You had a personality at home. You had a personality with your siblings. You had a personality with your mother. You had one with your father. You had one with your grandmother. You had a different one with your aunties. You had a different one with your friends down the block. You had the different one with the kids at school. It continues. You have a different one at work. You have, like, come on now. Everybody, multifaceted personalities. But some people are actually awakened enough to actually see these things, right? They see these things, they accept these things, and then they're able to use them masterfully in their life so that they are always showing up as the character they need to be to get the best situation or circumstance that they possibly need. You're a lot different with your girlfriends on the weekend. You're a lot different with your boo or your bae. You're a lot different with your boys than you are with your children. It is just a natural thing to have a multifaceted personality. So whoever I'm talking about, you know what your North Node is. You know what your truth is. And for you, your ego could be a protection for what your actual truth is. So what you show to the world is a protection. That's what it's supposed to be, your ego. And it has evolved. And so, like I said, for some of you, you literally are bearing it all. Okay, pretty much butt naked. You out here with your full authenticity. You don't give a fuck. You're giving it to them raw. That could be a Leo that I'm talking about. Otherwise, it could be that this Leo energy, which is like an ego that puts you on your throne. You know Leos. They're on their throne, confident, brave, unafraid, okay, triumph, guess what, that type of energy. Run up on me, you get hit. But that's their, it's a part of your personality. It's your truth, and it's actually the truth that you may need to put to the forefront, because people are trying the version, they're trying to get the version of you that they're used to being able to get to. And the Leo is the lion, so no, nobody really truly wants to meet with the Leo. They mostly want to meet with like your Venus, your, you got to have another sign up in there somewhere, maybe your north node, even your south node. They'll take your south node energy, even if it's, if it's a little softer than a fucking lion. That's king of the jungle, queen of the jungle. It means your way or the highway. Nobody is really wants to sign up for that. So I don't know what's going on in your life while you're using that, but if you have this person here who is being phony, fake, cocky, passive aggressive, so they're like getting close to you, but they really, you kind of feel like you need to be guarded. Also, what you're hearing about them or what you're sensing from them is causing you some kind of mental turmoil. You may need to guard up, you may need to pull your ego out. You may need to protect yourself, because I don't feel like this person is in the mood to protect you. They may be protecting themselves from other things, okay? So I don't know. It could be like a reckoning or something. Let's see. Tell me about the Leo. It's definitely a Leo. Some of you could be an Aquarius too. We have the Fool. Fresh beginning, innocence, free spirit, adventurous, idealistic, spontaneity, simplicity, and a desire to start. You have a desire, you have a heartfelt desire to get something started, something new, something that feels good to you. You could feel like you're setting yourself free. You may have been so tamed and you got tired of that kind of tamed type of energy. That could mean that you have been maybe more quiet, maybe more timid, maybe more in the background than you usually tend to be. Maybe you were preserving your energy. I feel like the sun needs a rest too, so I never really think anything's going wrong when the weather gets all gloomy and we don't get the sun out. It's like relaxing to me. Everybody needs an excuse for peace and an excuse for rest and ease and just kind of being. And so that could be something that you want to free yourself from. Always having to be turned on. Always having to be the limelight. Always having to take the leadership role. Always having to be and do for everybody. You are the king, the queen, the leader. Someone's looking to you, or people look to you. Like I said, you're very influential. People are looking for your direction pretty much. And you may be tired of that. This is something, a role that actually you could play that you don't want to. For some of y'all could be talking to like a single Leo. You may be a man that like your woman to kind of boss you around, tell you, what the fuck she want and what to do. And then you got some vision and you have, a way forward, and you cool with that. Baby, buy my clothes and I'll tell you what I like and what I don't like. And, just put me on a suit, get me together, okay? You could be a female that is tired of running the show, playing a masculine role. And you are like, yeah, baby, just please tell me what to do, Can I just, let me sit back, let me adorn you. Can you take the, can you take the wheel? Jesus. Oh my God. Jesus, can you take the wheel? The hangman. You got the hangman in reverse. Okay, so I feel like somebody already did that. That's a sacrificing energy. So somebody may have sacrificed their ego, pretty much, I won't even say sacrifice, but I feel like they could have shared something with you. They gave of themselves in order to give you a better viewpoint of who they truly are, what they truly see. The Jesus energy is, hey, you will be with me, okay, in paradise, but I'm done with this life. But I want you to know that it's not over. It gets better. So that could be the enlightenment that someone is sharing with you, or you're sharing with somebody else. And this enlightenment, this light, this is all I'm getting. This has to do with the heart too. The heart and heaven, Ten of Cups energy. Heaven isn't here yet, but the sacrifice, what did it take, about 3 days? On the third day, he rose. Okay, but Yeah, this could have just happened or is happening now. But you see all of this light, you see all that yellow. This is the sun, right? Fresh start, new beginning, bright, starry eyes, beautiful, boisterous energy, excitability, innocence, purity, fun, and the hangman in reverse. New perspective, a perspective shift. I feel like it's a perspective shift you're giving to someone. Or this is someone who gave a perspective shift to you, but it lightened things up, it enlightened you. And yeah, that light, all of that light, is you got two people here. Could be an air sign and a fire sign that out of their minds, they're running from the light that they see. They're running from the clarity. They're running from your influence. They're running from this sacrifice. That's weird because usually people be trying to get you to make a sacrifice for them. But whatever y'all sacrifice is, they running the opposite direction. Could be karma too. Could be a reckoning. You know, I heard that this morning. It's not the grim griever. It's the grim reaper. When people are running. Okay. Oh. Yeah, you know, I was talking about the emotions. So that could have been another emotion. Maybe it wasn't just anger and rage, but you would also give way to grieving over loss and over what hasn't went right. So you could be prone to these depressive episodes. And you know what? That would be like a clusterfuck mentally because of the weather. You would assume that people would really be deeply entrenched in their feelings. But if somebody is above that water, like they're literally, maybe they are aware, but the way that they're taming it, the way that they're handling these emotions here is setting them free. It seems as if they're having some kind of celebratory energy instead of this downfall. And whatever that is, like, you're really blowing the mind of somebody, like, scary. I think that that's what it was. They were expecting you to be in some kind of, like, either sad, angry, some kind of lower vibrational energy that people tend to have to tame. But instead, they're in some kind of low vibrational energy that they feel like they have to tame. But this is helping them to gather self-discipline, and this could be something that you've done also. So you are influential, but they may not want to be influenced that way. This could be someone who does not want to tame their anger, their rage, their feelings or emotions. But because you are, they have no choice but to. So you're teaching someone self-discipline. You're teaching someone how to deal with mental and emotional issues, how to work through them. Or maybe you are helping them to see their own way, make their own decisions by not dealing with them. Okay, because the strength card could also be about your boundaries. Like I said, that ego is there to protect you, enlighten you. And maybe this was to shift your perspective. There could have been something that you were being very self-sacrificing in, and someone wanted that to end. They wanted to shift your perspective of how you were looking at something and what you were giving, what you were doing. Maybe you were doing way too much. This was a connection. This was a contract. This was something you subscribed to. For some of you, this is a corporation, a business, an organization, a religious, situation or something like that you were a part of, even like a contract, okay? Maybe even a marriage, okay? But it's something that you were sacrificing yourself for, and really your truth is that this is not a connection you would sacrifice for. This is a connection that you would rebel against. You have your own personal beliefs, and part of your personal beliefs, or maybe at the core of it, is that other people should not be able to dictate how you see things and how you feel about things. So we have this free thinker they have these new approaches to life, and you really can't do that if you're ascribed to someone who feels the exact opposite. There will always be warfare. So I feel like you had to shift your perspective. Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense to sacrifice here when what I'm sacrificing for, they tend to ignore. They don't believe that way. They don't see things that way. So there's a separation here. Someone's setting themselves free with the full energy. And I do feel like it has to do with your boundaries. You're just not letting it in. My left ear was ringing. So I do feel like It's a possibility, and that was earlier, but it was like ringing for a while. And every time I acknowledged the fact that someone has something bad to say, it went away. So I think that that's what someone is noticing or seeing. That so you may be well aware of who speaks badly about you, or who's been attacking you, or who comes towards you, or whatever. But the fact that you don't care, or you don't care enough to get wrapped up in it, it's just making a more solid version of you. And that's not what they were hoping to do. But it's a benefit to you, and I think someone wants you to see that. Your separation from this connection allows you to be free and honest and in your truth in a way that it protects you. So there is a connection in your life, and it suppresses you. And it's just not healthy. It's not healthy for your truth, who you really want to be. You could be a Taurus. You could be a Taurus. There is a connection that has been pretty much, you felt like you had to be rebellious with, because it's like they were trying to go against what your personal thought or desire was. I just had to tell my son this morning. If you didn't catch the first reading that I uploaded today, I told the story about yesterday and Halloween, but I had to tell my son this morning before I even, no, that was after the video because he was asleep. But when he woke up after I, got through with the video, I told him, like, thank you. Thank you for honoring your truth yesterday. I understand why you were behaving that way. I understand now, because you didn't want to say, like, oh no, I don't want to go. And he was, because when I thought about it, I asked him along the way. We had other things that we did before we went to the party, and I asked him, like, do you want to go? And he said yes. But it was the temperament, it was the energy of the people that he did not vibe with. The kids, some of the kids were too clingy. They would not let him be. He did not like that. I knew that too, because the parents were like clingy to me, talking more than I want to talk, like just pulling and kind of forcing the conversation. And I was trying to create a good, climate and situation for my son. I wanted him to have a good time, but I was having to lay down my personal truth, and I was having to be kind of like a fake and phony version of me. I was having to be more extroverted than I really wanted to be, and it did not work well at all. Okay, yeah. So I know where that came from now. So this war here could be against your feminine energy. It's for your feminine energy, not against your feminine energy, but for your feminine energy. You may have an air sign and a fire sign in your life that love the way that life works out for them, or even people, how they're drawn to them. Maybe someone even particular in your life when they're in your feminine energy. And the thing about you, especially if you're a Leo, is that life, the world, your zodiac sign, all of who you used to be, wants you to be in your masculine energy, because that's what Leo is. It's a masculine sign. So there is something to be like the sun. Come on now. If the sun comes out, automatic fun. Automatically means it's a good day. Automatically means nothing can stand in your way. All of a sudden, there's all of this confidence, and there's all of this light, and everything is good and everything is right. That's how it feels when a Leo truly shows up in that masculine role. Like you steal the show just by being. But what's funny is that your feminine energy must be highly coveted. So it's got to be that you're divine. Like your feminine energy is divine, because that's receiving mode. That's the Empress energy. Life serves you. So people are counting on you to stay in your Leo masculine, and you probably have your whole entire life, not knowing that people benefited off of being able to rest in your feminine energy. But that is where you manifest. You never want to miss out on your blessings. So yeah, I'm getting that this could be something that you are now switching over to. Even if you're a man, It's something about if you are a Leo, I feel like your North Node could be more in like in a different sign, which kind of pushes you more into your feminine energy. You're just very emotionally intelligent and intuitive, and it works for you. So yeah, anyway, the point is my son is a Taurus and he definitely had rebelled against, me and wanting to try to, because I'm like, no, don't, why are you being so mean to him? He's trying to show you something. He's being nice to you because he don't give a shit. And then he's looking at me like, mama, come on now, be real. You don't give a fuck about what his mama's talking about either. You're being phony and fake. You're just sitting there letting them talk your fucking head off and drain your energy. Well, I don't want to do that with you. I'm not going to be drained. And my son did not. He did not. We ended up having fun, but we left the lady and her son to do their own thing. And they were like, it was like one parent and child particularly that were doing the most. Like others, was in and out and it was cool, but it was one in particular we could not shake. And finally we did, and it was better. Everything was better, and we ended up having a great evening. My son had a way better one than I did. I had some other things to work through, which gave me the breakthrough where I had to apologize to my son and tell him, thank you. Please don't ever stop being authentic and real, because you wake mommy up. You helped me to see I was on a self-destructive path, because that's not the path of my enlightenment. My truth, my North Node is no longer Leo. That's my ego. I'll pull it out whenever the fuck I feel like it or when I want to. But I'm a feminine energy. And I'm more in my North Node, which my son knows very well. My son knows it very well. Why? Because my North Node is Taurus and my son is a Taurus. So yeah, he's getting me together while I'm getting him together. I guess we're getting each other together in different ways, but he is playing his role for sure. And it was very influential. And I had to really give him gratitude and thanks today. So I feel like there could be someone else in your life here who is helping you to shift your perspective. Someone that you owe this kind of gratitude to. Okay. Someone who may be rebellious. They don't typically show up for you or do what you want them to do all the time. They're a personal, thinker. They have their own personal beliefs and opinions and ways of doing things. They take new approaches, so they may do things a different way than you've ever heard of before, but it just shifts your perspective. And likely, some of it is good for you, because wherever this person is headed, this is the Hierophant and the Hangman. This is when he left all of those religious leaders and Pharisees and hypocrites and the people that put him up on the stake, all those fake and phony ass individuals who, pretty much thought that he was here to give his life for them. But they felt like they were doing some great service, right? By killing them and calling them a liar and blasphemous or whatever the fuck they said about him. And he was like, yeah, I guess. But guess what? These two thieves on the side of me, they're going to heaven with me. Fuck all of you. Like, we're going to inherit our kingdom. You guys enjoy this earth that you have. You enjoy the ground that you guys are walking on. That's cool and all. But I've seen it. I came, I saw, and I slapped that. I hit him straight dead in the jaw. I came, I saw, I hit him right dead in the jaw. I beat that bitch with a bottle. Jesus ain't beat nobody with a bottle, but he should have, the way they was acting. But anyway, point is, shift your perspective. And I feel like they have helped you to shift your perspective. So there's gratitude, there's thanks. Maybe to everybody. Okay, not everybody. Somebody's pissed off. They feel powerless, unproductive. They're in a victim mentality, trapped, restricted, helpless, imprisonment, and dilemma. Could be this air sign. We have Libra and Gemini. They're not feeling good about it at all. It's like a hell no for them. They may have a lot of things that they need to think through. We have the 7 of Cups. Okay, they could be overwhelmed with decisions here, overwhelmed with whatever that it is that they need to do. For some of them, this is like searching for a purpose, or they have wishful thinking. They're hoping for something. This could have to do with the Scorpio here. They could be trying to Okay, they could be trying to attack you emotionally. They could be trying to attack you emotionally. Heartbreak, separation, sorrow, emotional pain, heart problems, betrayal, upset, loss, trauma, and tears. It's going to be a no-go, though, but this is someone that's waging war against your heart space. The Knight of Swords is definitely a air sign, and I've got Libra. I've got Libra twice, and I've got Gemini twice, and I've got Scorpio. But it could be that they're blaming you for something here. Somebody could have a third party situation. Or you could even have a what is it? What do you call them? A mediator or something like that. But someone could be giving that up. They're not fulfilling some kind of role as a mediator, or they are. Someone could feel like you're getting in the way of a connection here that they're trying to bring together with the lovers. But someone's upset about that. Yeah, Gemini again with the lovers, Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords, and Libra with the Two of Swords in reverse and the Three of Swords. Something is justified. If there is a mediation here, or there is someone that is causing a division or separation, it feels like it's divinely orchestrated. This is divine intervention. So it could be that this is someone that you are in a connection with, but however they're behaving, especially if it's them that's experiencing this mental turmoil. This person could be under an illusion, because we have the Seven of Cups. So if they're under an illusion and they're feeling insecure and they're feeling victimized, then this is someone who will want to wage war with you. So it would not be healthy for you. And this could be someone that's saving you a lot of grief by shifting your perspective and how you're dealing with this situation, or dealing with this person and whatever this situation is that you're going through. So this is a protection for you. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse. Even if this is someone that you are married to, like I said, for some of you, this is someone you had to give up on a marriage. Maybe this is the person you were supposed to trust, the person you were supposed to raise your children with. This Ace of Cups in reverse, this person does not love you. There is no love for you here. You may not have love for this person either. And the connection itself, the relationship already ended, but also the connection is not good for you. The distress that it causes mentally and emotionally, it gets in the way of your finances. It gets in the way of your stability. Obviously it disrupts your stability mentally and emotionally, but that also translates physically. So there may be a need now for that not to be an issue. So I feel like if someone is getting in the way of this connection, it's actually of benefit to you, so that whatever you are building, whatever is sure that it continues. Because yeah, we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Three of Swords is still here, so maybe you're still carrying some kind of emotional burden, or this person is. It may be difficult for them to walk away, but it's also difficult for them to stay. But I feel like more things suffer when they try to stay in this connection than when they push forward. So if you're going to bleed out, or if you're going to be in distress, no matter what, emotionally, you might as well choose the path that has the most benefit. And it feels like your benefit is out of it, like out of this connection, out of this situation. Okay, because clouded joy, emotional disappointments, block of creativity, end of a relationship, gloominess, distress, none of this is what you are looking for. Yeah, this is dried up. That's what this is. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Pentacles in reverse could be a Sagittarius, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Whatever Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, got a lot of people here. But this King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, whatever this connection is, with the loss of the love in it, if you can't get the love back, this is a wasted dry land. This could be a dry land. Nothing will ever be fruitful here again. I just heard that. So like Babylon, I don't know what y'all had. Your entities, you got entities that are pitted against one another. And one of them has already conquered the other. And someone has declared this a dry, desolate wasteland. So it'll never be fruitful again. Maybe you said this, but somebody made this decision. Either it was over your head or you guys made this decision yourselves. It really doesn't matter, but that is the fact, that's the matter of fact. So there is no going back. There's only going forward. And it feels like what you are moving forward towards, or how you're choosing to move right now, is good for you. It's also beneficial for the connection, or it could be beneficial to them and other connections that they share. What's the Knight of Wands over there? That Knight of Wands is quiet. It feels like they're running. They're trying to get out of this devil energy here with the devil in reverse. This could be someone that had like a karmic contract with you, but I feel like this person is either trying to pay their due and get away from it, or they just want to get out of it altogether. Could be a Capricorn or a Sagittarius. What's the Knight of Wands in reverse? Yeah, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Virgo. Okay, Virgo, Capricorn, Sagittarius. It's really nothing much there anyway. Something that they were holding on to or trying to connect with, they're now moving in the opposite direction, but they feel like, you know, this, maybe they're having a shift of perspective too. So I feel like they are seeing things. Someone seems to be fighting it. That seems like the air sign. The fire sign, on the other hand, could see it and just be trying to remove themselves. They could have goals that they now feel are unrealistic. They're starting to see that there's no progress. Maybe they were focused on it, but it was short term. So they could have been there for a good time, not a long time, you know, just trying to see if there's anything good happening for them. Is this connection, is this situation going to benefit them? So maybe once they see there's no benefit, they could be out. Yeah, it says unhealthy lifestyle. And their loyalty right now, that, like I said, reckless, superficial, passive aggressive. Whoever this person is, you can't count on them because they're not feeling like they can count on you. So I guess you're gonna get what you give there. And they're definitely not loyal. So I'm hearing this song, I didn't want to sing it, but these hoes ain't loyal. Like they like, yeah, no, it ain't enough going on here. They're looking for something and they're not getting what they want from this situation, so they're out. Yeah, it says rebellious and frustrated. Okay, so they could be frustrated because it's not given. It feels like nobody is getting what they want. Whoever, you could be the leader of it because you are walking away, but you're walking away with your heart intact. You're walking away with your confidence intact. It seems like you're excited about it, like you can't wait to get out of it. And that kind of energy that's the influential. That's what people are feeding off of, because I feel like everybody in this situation, even this person who's making a sacrifice here, even these two individuals, one who is fighting to stay in the illusion that they're in or keep an illusion up, and one who is just kind of like, well, what can I get? Nothing? Okay, I'm out. Like, it doesn't matter who, everybody kind of seems like they know what they need to do, and it all has to do with separation, detachment, or walking away. But you seem to be doing it in such a great way that you are taking a lead. Yeah, we have the Five of Cups here. So something could have been lost that someone did not want to lose. Here we do have Scorpio. It says loss, grief, sorrow, disappointment, relationship problems, and pessimism. So there could be something here that someone is seeing they're not happy with the results. We do have death though. So this is giving an opportunity for change and transformation, and heavy on the Scorpio energy. Oh, I was also saying, okay, so Grim Reaper, this could be the transformation. Someone is going from the grieving process to the reaping process. So I do feel like someone has already experienced this vibrational death, a letting go of what used to be, renouncing of their old loyalties, and someone is already experiencing this rebirth. So whoa, for the earth and the sea, because somebody's coming down, coming down heavy. Okay, coming to pick up, yeah, they want payment. They want payment here. We have a Gemini and a Cancer. We have a Gemini and a Cancer. Ooh. All guns blazing for one of these individuals. I don't know what they've done to this person, but they could be the very reason that they had to experience this downfall and death. And it's like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. So whoever this person is, this is a reckoning. This is a reckoning that they want to be seen. And they're doing it physically. And they're probably talking about it, or they've already talked about it. When they were talking about it, I feel like that was the grieving energy. That was the opportunity for things to change or turn around. But because the change had to be them giving up who they used to be and embracing who they are now, it's like I said, all guns blazing. This is pretty much like you will be down on the fucking ground, or you will pay me love now. Like, I mean, somebody is calling for their sacrifice back. Pay me what you fucking owe me. Someone has given love, compassion, they've given empathy, they've been supportive. This person could have stood in as an intermediary, as a counselor, as a source of support and stability emotionally. And they are saying, pay me what the fuck you owe me. So I don't know what this is here, but somebody is like, I don't care what you doing now. I don't care who you feel loyal to. What I know is what I've given you, who I've been to you, and I know you know it too. Somebody is speaking from their heart, straight from their heart, third eye, like intuitively they know. You know who the fuck I am. You know what the fuck I've done. You know who the fuck I've been. So you will pay me some motherfucking respect, or off with your fucking head. What's the Fool and the Strength card? Page of Swords in reverse. Scatterbrain. Someone who is scatterbrain is gossiping about you and insulting you and playing mind games with you. An air sign, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Okay, that's on the Leo. The Page of Swords, that's a monitoring spirit that can't monitor you. So they can't monitor you, they can't gatekeep you, they can't see what you're doing, they don't know where your head's at. So they're trying to play a game with you, but it's not working. It's not working. You've played this game before? Okay. I came. I saw. And I hit him right dead in the jaw. This is it. Transition. Letting go of hatred. This is someone, you saw them. You saw them clearly. Whatever you saw about them, you could easily fall into hatred. Maybe there was hatred in your heart. But instead of letting it corrode at the love that you have in your heart, we literally have Leo. You rule the heart chakra. The Fool is a lover. They're going to love no matter what. They're going to love no matter what. If they got to dye every root in their fucking hair blonde to be happy and free and in love with life, that is what the fuck they're going to do. The Fool. I don't care what sign you are. You find a fool, you can't stop them from loving themselves. You can't stop them from finding a way to love everybody they see. They probably even love this person that they're hating. And that's what is allowing them to be able to let go, because you can't love and hate at the same time. So somebody is literally moving on because they're choosing love, and they're leaving this hatred behind and everything that is associated with it. They're experiencing relief and freedom, and they're moving on to a new path or a new journey. And I feel like it's unseen. Someone doesn't know what you're going to do next. And that's the most disheartening and mind-blowing thing of it all. I say that sarcastically because I think it's so funny. I could just laugh like forever. Because the Page of Swords is so irritating when you see those little gnats and they be like, it's cold as fuck outside. Or you see a fly try to come up to the window, or a bee try to come to the window. And it's like, you know you can't get in here. Why are y'all even still alive? It's too cold out here. You cannot survive these temperatures. It's too cold. Why are you even trying? You know you're gonna die. So why are you doing this, okay? People, friendly, bug, deadly, why are you here? Zap, zap, that's what the light do. That's how the light do. What you doing? Yeah. Got you. Don't run up on me, you get hit, boy. It's like, he just caught me sleeping. He just knocked me. You just got me while I had my back turned. You got me with my back turned. Okay, but yeah, Page of Swords in reverse. Oh, shit. Yep, somebody feels like they were blinded, so you may have got a hit in, or you may have got them back for something, and it's in a way that they didn't see coming. But it's because they were attacking you. You can, if you play by emotion, you can't play by strategy. So somebody was, I don't know, heavily in their feelings. when they were attacking you and they missed something. Yep. It's whoever I said. Okay, it's that Gemini and Eight of Swords energy. However they expected for you to feel bound, expected for you to be stuck, or expected, whatever this is, insecurity, a destruction of your confidence, you know, a fall from grace, whatever this is here, this person is experiencing that. So this was a blowback, and that is not what they were expecting. That is not what they saw coming. It's not what they saw coming. I really feel like it has more to do with them not really knowing you, because a fool wears their heart on their sleeve. So I don't understand why this person could not believe that you would let go of hatred and hold on to love. Who would choose hatred over love consciously? And you're wide awake. Maybe that's what it is. They thought you were sleeping. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, boy, this was like a plot or a plan or something like that, and this person is sick about it, because the Ten of Cups energy, this happiness, this happy home, this love that you feel, for some of you, this may be a connection that you have. You are holding on to it with everything you got, like 10 toes down is what I'm getting. There's no end to it. There's no stop, and someone may have wanted to be a part of it. But instead, failure, lack of recognition, no rewards, lack of it's like fall from grace. They're experiencing a fall from grace. They feel like they are not being recognized for what it is that they have done or how they are putting into your life. But this is something that I feel was like your burden to bear originally, where you felt that way. You felt like whatever you tried to do, it was failure. You felt like you weren't getting recognition. There was no reward for what you were doing. You felt like you had not achieved what you came to achieve. And this person was very conceited with you. This person continued to be a disappointment to you. This could be a Leo that you were dealing with, or you are the Leo that we're talking about in the beginning. And whoever this person is, they did this to you, or they tried to put you in this space, but it's not working. And they're in this space now, and they're stressed the fuck out. And you seem to be happy and free. And again, okay, because it's already here. I said whoever this is that's helping you to shift your perspective could definitely be this Taurus, or this is an organization. It could just be an epiphany that you had because you gave up some kind of situation or loyalty to something or someone outside of yourself that was blurring your vision. So whatever this release was, or whoever this person is, like I said, they said this is sacrificial energy. Like, you're going to be good with me. I got you. Whatever that light is, you took that light and you took it to the bank. You cashed it in. You cashed it in. So you're living it. And someone feels on the outside of it here. Betrayal, deception, neglected, social life, and three's a crowd. They're feeling like the third party now. They feel like they have been guided right out of this. Whatever this connection or situation is, someone could have, like I said, they wanted your death. They wanted a death to that ego. Or your North Node. It could be your truth that they wanted to end. Either way, they ordered it, but it's not happening. And if this is the same for Gemini over here, then they're the ones now, they owe this death. They owe this sacrifice. They have to put that ego down. They owe somebody an ego. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. Somebody's got to pay. That's what I'm getting. All right, you may have someone coming your way too. Okay, it could be because they know what you got and they got their cup out. They're fishing for something. This could be someone though who is very healed, or this could be someone who assists you. Ooh, King of Cups to the Queen of Cups. That Scorpio energy and that Cancer energy. Now, this could be worth it. Okay, period. You took it to the bank. That energy is looking good. If you're a female, your energy is amazing right now. And I feel like you have a masculine. This is the King of Cups to the Queen of Cups. For some of you, it's a Scorpio, or you could be a Cancer. But they want to come towards you and cash in on this. And look at what they're bringing. Stability, security, honesty, affluence. Excuse me. What is that? Like charm or charisma? Manners. Good character. Family, job, security, affluence, stability, tradition. Somebody is traditional. Long-term success. Okay, this is a masculine who likes to play a masculine role. Oh, we got a provider and protector. That's my Taurus energy. That's right, because that's you gonna grow up to be that, boy. You a boss. You know how to take care of your mamas. If you good to your mamas, you be good to any woman and any child. Yes, you will. And you will keep the lights on and teach every man how to be a real one. And women will beat your door down. Whether it's the heart, we got 2 tens here, baby. I don't care what you bringing. Some protector, provider, okay? Lover, nurturer, all of the above. Love and money. That's a harmonious union and a strong foundation. It includes all the things that we came here for. But that's what's knocking on your door. Someone who's in that energy, so they're matching you. They can match your energy. They feel good about themselves. They feel confident. They're in control of their emotions. You feel good about yourself. You feel confident. You're in love with life. So you are on top of your emotions. That is a perfect match. It don't get better than this. I'm about to leave it here. Definitely has Cancer energy written all over it with the Chariot, or this is like a divine union. You're being guided to this. Your souls have guided you to this. This could be your reckoning. This could be your karmic balance. This could be your justice. Again, I was talking about like divine intervention. Yeah, this is a union. King of Cups to the Queen of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. The King of Cups is coming with the Ten of Pentacles. And the Queen of Cups has the 10 of Cups. This is love, y'all. This is real love. Love, money, marriage, friendship, family, happiness, stability, safety, connection, passion, compassion, kindness, empathy, support, therapy, natural therapy, forgiveness, light, nurturing, creativity, wisdom, innovation from 2 kind-hearted souls. Oh, and both of you, third eye. So intuitive. I love this. Okay, and psychically linked. Queen of Cups to the King of Cups. You saw this coming. You saw this coming. It's been a long time coming, but I know you knew this change was gonna come, and I feel like it's here, or it's literally knocking at your door, like you're close to it, something like that. Well, congratulations. And if this is really just the harmonizing, because we get that a lot, where this is really you meeting the masculine side of you, or you meeting the feminine side of you and blending, okay? You are eating your shadows and you are becoming your most authentic version of self. This is wholeness, integration and wholeness. If that's you, then look at what you're headed to. Like literally, you gotta be happy and free. Why wouldn't you be? It's like, if you can roll with me, then we all gonna be good. Everybody's gonna be good, because we eating, we safe, we're stable, we love ourselves, we're content, we're satisfied, we're happy. The sun is shining even when the sun ain't shining. We're good. That's a forever type of love. That's a forever type of foundation. That's a forever type of connection. That's a legacy. So even if it's just you, still happy. And you are what you attract. So know that, okay? Even if it's just you right now. Don't worry. Because who you attracting, it don't get worse than this. Don't get worse than that. All right, you guys. I'm going to leave the reading here. That's the energy. I will see you guys in the next live. Bye.